What's up, guys? I want to talk a little bit about how comforting it is when you get to fall back on your old things that you've done for a long time. A lot of the things in this program gives you some new drills, some new feels, and you're trying new things out, and it's going to feel really good. But remember that I think hitting is on a spectrum, and there's sometimes we go too far forward, other days we stay too far back, and that we're trying to, based on the day or the week, stay in the middle. You've heard me say that before. So, tell you a quick story. The other day, I was really falling out in front and slow breaking balls. It was like I was chopping them to the pull side. And I'm like, man, stay back, get a good pitch to hit. But like when you use that terminology in the game, where you're almost frustrated with yourself, like, all right, come on, stay back, get a good pitch to hit. It almost like feels like a little more pressure coming on you. And so one thing that helped me was, dude, just go back to focusing on the inside part of the ball, which I know in a lot of our work, it's like, hey, you almost need to think like work around the ball to get that barrel to deliver. But once again, when you go too far to one side, you got to go back to what you've always done for that day or that week, like I said, to get you back to the center. So that allowed me to really feel like I was, instead of just loading to swing, I was like loading to a specific spot, and everything felt a little smaller, a little more dialed in, a little more in control. Hit a 3-run jack. So, go ahead, Jack. Sorry about it. But so that was something that really resonated with me, was that it's always a really good feeling when I get to go back to either staying back or staying inside the ball, because I've done it for so long, like a lot of y'all. And so, we spend time doing the opposite so you can feel some new things. But I really feel like this gives you the best opportunity to discover your swing and really know yourself and where you're at, versus always trying the same thing, how I did for about 15 years, maybe more. Inside, stay back. So that was a little nugget that I hope y'all enjoy. It's a really cool thing. Like, don't ever forget where you come from, what have worked or what has worked. What works for you in the game trumps everything we do in the cage. So don't ever forget that.